Good Friday morning, everybody. I'm Dave Furtado.
Good morning. I'm Mike McCabe in for Jefferson Donovan.
And welcome to Keep Her Quick, your latest local news and weather commercial free in about 18 minutes or less. We're going to jump right over into weather because it's Water Follies Day, Water Follies weekend, basically the biggest holiday, if you will, in the Tri-Cities here.
Some would probably say that's very true.
Yeah, what are we looking at for the day? I know we had some chilly temperatures earlier in the week and some cloudy conditions. We're not going to see that at all for this weekend.
No, not at all. Very comfortable, really, for summertime. Low 90s for us across the board. Tri-Cities will be one of the warmer spots at 95. One thing to note both for Tri-Cities and Ellensburg today will be the wind. It is going to pick up a bit at 10 to 20 at times this afternoon. Outside of that, looks really great for your Friday. I'll have more on your weather coming up in just a few minutes.
Thanks, Mike. We begin this morning in Yakima. Detectives from the Major Crimes Unit are now working to track down the suspect or suspects from a deadly shooting early Thursday morning. Just before 1:30, officers responded to the 200 block of South 72nd Avenue, where they found a 21-year-old male who had been shot. Despite life-saving measures, both police and medics, the man died at the scene. Detectives responded and took over the investigation. This, as the investigation into another shooting in Miller Park earlier this week continues. If you have any information about either case, Yakima police would like to hear from you. You can also make an anonymous tip by contacting Yakima County Crime Stoppers. And Pasco police continue to investigate a homicide, and we now know the name of the victim. The Franklin County coroner says 23-year-old Lupita Ponce Penaloza was killed. She was found Wednesday at a home in the 1800 block of West Marie Street near 20th Avenue. Technicians from the Washington State Patrol Crime Lab were on the scene helping police process the evidence. Pasco PD has not said if anyone has been arrested. And an 18-year-old is facing charges for a shooting that sent a bullet into the Mountain View Medical Center in Terrace Heights. Yakima County Sheriff's deputies responded after a caller said a bullet had come through a wall at the medical center. Luckily, no one was injured, and according to documents, deputies searched nearby at the Classic Auto Wash where they made an arrest. They say they found a handgun in the suspect's vehicle and a spent shell casing. They also say after reviewing surveillance video, they confirmed that the suspect had fired the shot. In Natchez, a Kennewick man is dead after he crashed his car Thursday morning. State troopers say 71-year-old David Enlow was westbound on Highway 12 in the city limits when he lost control, went off the roadway, through a fence, and hit a light pole. Investigators think Enlow had some kind of a medical emergency, and he died at the scene. They aren't sure if he was wearing his seatbelt at the time. He was the only person in the vehicle, and no other vehicles were involved. Benton County Sheriff's deputies catch up with a pair of would-be gas thieves. They were initially called to Locust Grove Road because of a suspicious vehicle. They posted this picture. On it, a sign asking for gas. A little later, deputies got a call about vehicle damage caused by a gas theft attempt at Harvest Heights Assembly Church. After reviewing surveillance video, one man was arrested on suspicion of attempting to steal gas and damaging the victim's vehicle. A second male, a juvenile, is not facing charges. There's been a leadership change at the Central Washington University Police Department. As of July 1st, longtime Assistant Chief Eric Twades has stepped into the role of interim chief. He takes over for Jason Berthencock, who's now the Executive Director of Strategic Operations for CWU's College of Education and Professional Studies. Twades and Berthencock have worked side by side for 25 years. Rising through the ranks together. While his title has changed, Twades says the department's strong momentum and team-focused approach will continue. And switching gears this morning, the city of West Richland is celebrating a project 2 decades in the making that's finally getting started. State Route 224 is a vital connection point to the city, and a $34 million project aims to modernize and prepare the highway for future growth of the city.
You know, it started back in 1999, so we're 26 years ago when this vision started. I was just starting my career as an engineer for the city of West Richland back in 1999.
Now the project came in millions of dollars under bid and is estimated to cost just under $34 million. We'll be sure to provide updates as construction gets underway. And boats are hitting the water today. It's official, Water Follies is back. Check out the Columbia Riverfront yesterday. You can see those big cranes that'll move those hydroplanes into the water. The racing area has been blocked off and teams are getting ready for a busy couple of days. Some race fans have even had their spots saved since Monday. We have keepers Aiden Whitaker out at Lamson Pits today to break it all down for us. Aiden?
Yeah, that's right, Dave. Kicking off right now, Tri-City Water Follies are just getting started, but a big draw for many in the Tri-Cities is the over-the-river air show. Half a dozen planes will be performing at this year's show, ranging from F-16 fighter jets to the World War II P-51 Mustang.
Is making more than 30,000 pounds of thrust. That means that I can point the airplane straight up in the air and it'll accelerate. And there aren't many machines that man has made that can do that. But we are just a very visible representation of the combat capability that the several hundred thousand American airmen are generating around the world right now, holding America's enemies at risk.
The air show takes place from 11 in the morning until 1 in the afternoon. The pilots say even if you can't make it to the river, they hope that you can catch a glimpse. And here to look at the highlights of the Water Follies schedule for today. Starting at 8 in the morning, testing begins and is scheduled to go until 10:30 a.m. Again, the air show then gets started at 11. Heats for the E350 hydroplanes start at 10:45. H1 Unlimited qualifying starts at 1:30 in the afternoon, with various heats for different size boats going on all day. The last event for the day is scheduled for 5:05 p.m. The Confederated Tribes of the Colville Vintage Hydroplane Dash. Local authorities also want to keep you aware of what's going to be happening on the river, especially if you plan to hit the water from your boat if you're looking to watch the show. It's important that you don't exceed the number of people that your boat is rated for, and they also want to make sure that you have enough life jackets for everyone on board. Now, also, the river is going to be closed from the Blue Bridge in Pasco all the way down to Wade Park, the west end of Wade Park Road 54 in Pasco. So deputies do want you to be aware of those closures as well. Live here from the Lamson Pits in Kennewick, Aiden Whitaker, back to you guys in the studio.
Aiden Whitaker, thank you. And I got to say, you could hear the hustle and bustle out there. The vehicles backing up, the engines revving up. It's Water Follies weekend here in the Tri-Cities.
It is, and folks are coming out for it. It's going to be a great weekend. A little bit breezy in the afternoon, so we'll watch that at 10 to 20. But aside from that, it won't be so oppressively hot that you're just sweating bullets. Remember, if you're going to be out there, the sunscreen, a good idea. And make sure you're hydrating. Of course, you know the rules here. Just a good reminder. Sometimes people forget when they're out having fun and you know, they're just not thinking about those things. You still need to make sure that you are staying cool and staying hydrated. In fact, Tri-Cities will be one of the hottest spots across the region this afternoon in many areas, topping out into the mid-90s. We will be breezy at times, so take note of that. Winds out of the southwest at 10 to 20 in the basin, out of the west in Yakima at 5 to maybe 15. Ellensburg out of the west-northwest at 10 to 20, maybe even a little bit stronger at times. Here's a breakdown of the temperatures across the region today. 95 for Tri-Cities, Yakima at 92, and Walla Walla will be in the low 90s with Ellensburg about 84 degrees and 91 for Pendleton today. So not looking terrible at all. Our satellite radar, you can see, has been quiet. It will remain sunny today under this brief ridge here. We do have a weak dry front that's going to push through this afternoon that may also help with the winds a little bit for us and eventually cool us off a little bit into Saturday afternoon into the upper 80s to low 90s for most of us. Notice we get some returns across Oregon, the Wallowas and the Blues this afternoon, and then again Saturday in the afternoon, so we'll keep an eye on that if you're heading in that direction. Otherwise, it stays quiet this weekend. A little breezy on Saturday, and then to Sunday, we start to see more heat back in the forecast. By the afternoon Sunday, we'll bump it up a few degrees. We move into next week. We'll be in the upper 90s to around 100 degrees by Tuesday and Wednesday, and then we hint at a cool down. We're keeping an eye on this low further out in the Pacific too. That will have some impacts by later Wednesday and Thursday by cooling us off a little bit. Today, Seattle, if you're traveling, looks cloudy with that marine layer pushing in at 71. It will be a cooler day there. Portland at 80 and Spokane around 91 degrees. And here's the Water Follies forecast today through the weekend into the low 90s, a little breezy into the afternoon out of the southwest at 10 to 20. So the numbers for this Friday look pretty darn good into the mid 90s, low 90s for Walla Walla. Ellensburg today, one of the cooler spots at 85, 93 for Yakima.
Thanks, Mike. You guys want to check this out. Kids are getting a chance to improve their gaming and robotic skills at a special camp at Toppenish Middle School. KIMA's Aiden Connor was there and tells us more about it.
With the Toppenish pool recently closing and summer activities few and far between, Toppenish Middle School gives kids around the town an opportunity to have some fun and socialize with new friends.
Gives them something to do, especially with the pool closed. They have something where they can go and meet their friends. They have access to all of our games, and it just gives them something to do in the summer.
The esports side of the camp gives the kids a chance to unleash their competitiveness.
Getting kids in here in a safe space, all levels are welcome, but really just focused on gearing towards being competitive.
Esports coach Cecilio Aldaco also sees the camp as an opportunity to scout some talented gamers.
It's cool, for me, because being the esports coach, I get a little insight of hey, come back and be a part of our club.
On the other side of the camp, the Toppenish Middle School robotics team has had a long lineage of success.
With Gear Up Grants, we were probably the top middle school robotics team in the state of Washington. And so we won, 8 state titles, went on to the national competitions, competed against China, Mexico, Britain, everyone.
After COVID-19 slowed the development of the robotics club, the school would love to build the program back up.
It'd be awesome if we were able to get the robotics built back up. It kind of starts in the elementary school, so they kind of have an idea what they want to do or they're interested in it. And so when they come to us, then they already kind of have an idea.
A fun summer activity for local kids, the camp provides a hands-on experience and an opportunity for kids to gain interest and potentially compete worldwide. Reporting for Action News, I'm Aiden Connor.
KIMA's Aiden Connor, thank you. And the election is a little over a week away. As we head into the season, we've been catching up with local candidates. After being officially appointed in May, Marshall Slight is running for re-election as the Yakima County Coroner. We caught up with him sharing what he thinks the county looks for in a coroner.
Mostly the trust. Right now it's the trust. The previous coroner lost a lot of trust from everybody. So just getting the trust back that needs to be done. I feel I've been doing that with all the law enforcement, the public, funeral homes, the people we work with every day. So that's a big thing. The trust and being positive in all we do, because there's so much negative things out there.
Now, Slight has served as Chief Deputy Coroner in Yakima for 15 years. He is running against Dan Williams from Shaw & Sons Funeral Directors. The Yakima County School Board Position 2 seat is up for grabs this upcoming primary. Candidate Juan Romo tells us what he would do if elected.
And that's what I've done. I used to work for the Yakima School District from 2018 till the beginning of 2024. But when I was working for the Yakima School District, I got to go to many different schools, and I saw a lot of things that I thought were unfortunate that were happening to our students. And I voiced my opinions on a lot of those things that were happening at the time. And so basically through that, I was able to make a lot of changes.
Romo will be running against the incumbent Ryan Beckett as well as Jonathan Babcock for the position. Elena Olmstead is running for the Grandview School District Board Director in District 5. This is her first time running for an elected office, and she does have a lot of experience in school districts, including nearly a decade with Grandview Schools. She currently works at Educational Service District 123 in Pasco.
I think that I bring a unique point of view in that school communication is my background, and transparency is my jam. So I really think that I can be sure that we're thinking about the whole student, about the whole community, about all of our families when we're looking at making decisions.
Now, one thing she hopes to bring to the board is financial responsibility looking into the future.
Is because so many districts in the area are in financial straits. I think it's good to continue to make that a priority. So I don't want that to be something that falls to the side. So I think it's important to continue and be steadfast in that.
Now, Olmstead is running against Cecilia Lamas Norega and Amanda Rodriguez. Rachel Rulas is currently up for re-election as the mayor of Mabton. City council meetings have been heated there, and she's hoping to cool down the temperature if she's re-elected.
Going forward, I want to be able to tone it down, bring everybody together, work with the community, and let the community, I want to give them a chance, and I would like them to give me a chance as well. You know, it hasn't been easy. It's been hard. It's been a rough road, but I think if they give me a chance, we can get where we need to be.
Now, we asked her about the attempted recalls that a citizen and the city council had tried. Here's what she has to say about that.
You know, I have put it behind me. You know, I want to move forward. I have, like I said, I have a lot of support. I have a strong staff, and we are just here to make Mapton better. You know, what has happened in the past, we don't go back, we go forward.
Now, Rulas is running against Martha Gonzalez and Laura Vasquez. And finally, some good news. A group of teens from the local Boys and Girls Club are getting national recognition after years of community service. Keeper Stephanie Rivera has the details.
A local group of passionate teens spent years of dedication helping their community, not knowing it would receive national attention one day.
I was in disbelief. Everyone was like clapping for us, and like it didn't hit yet that we won the Club of the Year. Like, and not just like in the state, not in the city, not in the country, but it was like in the world.
The Boys and Girls Club of Benton and Franklin County were named Keystone Club of the Year at BGCA Keystone National Conference in Chicago this past weekend. It's a national conference where all the Boys and Girls Club in the world attend. Keystone Club is an organization that is dedicated to guiding local teens with leadership development opportunities. Some teens say it's life-changing.
I would say that like it's brought out like my personality a lot.
It's definitely helped me with my confidence a lot more. Like back when I was in elementary, I was a little bit more shy, but then entering the middle school room, I started to gain my confidence a lot more, and ever since then it's pretty much just made me who I am today.
One of the organization's biggest community events this year was at the Gospel Union, where they fed the homeless. One teen says he will never forget the moment where he felt the impact of the work.
Like grilled cheese and like I think hot chocolate to the homeless people, and getting to see their faces and everything. Like I said, like my heart filled with like gratitude, and it was just amazing seeing them.
Leaders at this organization say this took several dedicated years of commitment to be able to be recognized. They believe that this Keystone group is special, and their passion to help is what made this happen.
And this group is just extremely special, and they have so much passion and drive, and I wanted the success as much as they did.
Many Keystone Club teens say they couldn't believe they won this award out of 12 groups around the world.
They announced our name. I was like, wait, what? And then like when they said that we won, I was the first one I've seen that, and then like I don't know, it's just something like in me, it's just like we did that, you know?
The Boys and Girls Club were awarded $2,000 in hopes to continue to do community work and go on field trips. Reporting from Pasco, I'm Stephanie Rivera with Action News.
Stephanie Rivera, thank you. Congratulations to the Boys and Girls Club of Benton and Franklin counties. If you're interested in joining them, leaders encourage you to go in for a tour. It is free to join. And that does it for us this morning. Thank you for watching this episode of Keeper Quick. For more local news and weather, you can head over to our websites, keeperandkimatv.com, as well as our Facebook pages. But while you're here, be sure to subscribe to our YouTube channel to keep up with our latest mini newscasts Monday through Friday. Have a terrific weekend, everybody.